Must hear the whole sound of the shofar, beginning, middle, and end. So it sounds like it's obvious. Of course I have to. Well, it's a little tricky. Let's say I'm outside with my kid and I hit about to blow shofar. I missed the beginning, meaning the first split second, but it went on for another 3, 4, 5 seconds. I heard a shia. I heard the amount of the shofar blowing. Another case. The Baltica is blowing at the end, Tekia-did, and it goes on and on and on and on. 7, 8, 9 seconds. It's much more than's needed. And I already started saying Hayom Haras Olam a second earlier. Or in the States, they say Hiratzon. Or I just wasn't focusing on the kol. It was so long of it. It's like, wow, this is unbelievable how long he's blowing. He's what lungs he has. But I really wasn't listening for the last second or two. But I already heard the shir. If he stopped 2 seconds ago, I would have been fine. So he continued, but that's not part of the kol. Not simple at all. The Mishnah Lam based in Rosh Hashanah talks about an interesting case. You have Tekia, true, Tekia, Tekia, true, Tekia, Tekia, true, Tekia. And the guy's a little shticky. What does he want to do? Tekia, true, Tekia. That Tekia he makes, instead of a 3-second blow, I'm just making up the amount 3 seconds, and not exactly 3 seconds, but let's say it's 3 seconds. I'll blow 6 seconds, 1 long Tekia, and it'll count for 2. The end of the first set, the beginning of the next set. The Mishnah says, it only counts as 1. So the possibility is it actually could count for 2. Mishnah says it doesn't, it counts for 1, and then there's an argument between the Ritz Gayas and other Rishonim. When it says only counts for 1, what does that mean? So you have the first Tekiah, then the Shvar, then the True, then the Tekiah. Then the second Tekiah, then the second set. So Ritz Gayas says it only counts for 1, meaning you lost that whole Tekiah, it's nothing. All you have to is that original Tekiah you blew. While the Ritva and many others say, no, you had that Tekiah. You thought you were going to get 2 Tekiyahs out of it. The end of the first and the beginning of the second said that you'd lost. Fine, there's a whole long Ritva over there. The Rosh, Ritva, Ritz Gayas, everyone talks about that idea of starting the kol and continuing and trying to make it into 2. Fine. So we hold that it cannot make it into 2. But the Rishonim all analyzing what is the kol shofar. And it's pretty clear that, okay, you have that interesting, fascinating, theoretical case where a person wants to blow it once and count it as twice. Fine, not a very common thing. But what is very common in every shul around the world is what is the kol? So there's a certain minimal amount. But the poskim all make it clear that minimal amount is just a minimal amount. If you extend it, let's say the minimal amount is 3 seconds, and you extend it to 5 seconds, that's your kol shofar. And you must hear the whole kol shofar. And if you go ahead and you hear the beginning with the end without the beginning, that's very, very problematic. Now, the Shulchan Aruch in Taf Kuf Pei Zayin brings down the case where a person goes ahead, he's just blowing, he's practicing. And then someone walks by him at home who's sick and says, no, change quickly. Change that tekiah into not a practice tekiah, but a tekiah just for me. So Shulchan says, no. The whole kol has to be a good kol from the beginning to the end. He does bring down another opinion that says, no, as long as you heard your 3 seconds at the end as a halachic kol shofar, it's fine. But the Shulchan Aruch's first opinion is it's not fine. Mishmur says that's really the way most poskim hold. The Torah and Rabbeinu Yerucham all different opinions. So what do we have? That the simple halacha is that you should have 2 things. 1, a kol that's produced as a halachic kol from the beginning to the end, not the one that you started off as you were just practicing and then you switched midstream. Has to be a halachic kol in the Shar Tzion, and the Taf Kuf Pei Zayin makes it clear. Don't think that as long as he produces a halachic kol, you don't have to hear the whole thing. No. 2 things. He has to produce a halachic kol from beginning to the end, the blower, and the listener has to listen as well from the beginning to the end. Which means you have to hear from the very beginning and you have to hear the end. And if it's a long tekiah, a tekiah gedola, 7, 8 seconds, listen to every single sound from the beginning till the end. And you should be focused on it, know that you're hearing it. You shouldn't be playing around with the kids and stuff like that. Because even when I'm talking with the kids, motioning to the kids, I still hear it. It hits my eardrums. Not enough. Focus on the kol from the beginning to the end, so we can be yotze this precious mitzvah from the Torah. Shalom.